Hi my lovelies, and welcome to my channel where I am going to finish this look. Yeah, because that is what I've been doing now, and I kind of really like it because it is just so easy to talk to you guys when I am not doing my eyes, because I need to concentrate, you know. It is just, I don't know, I am working way too slow and then everything takes so long, and I don't know. So if I just finish my face, it is just super easy for me because I can do that blind without even thinking. Okay, so sweeties, last time, and I'm pre-filming, we still have constructions going on outside, so there might again be some drilling. I don't know. Okay, so in any case, last time we spoke about Snow White and Rachel Zegler and this whole topic of not having to be rescued anymore as the new woke Snow White. And honestly, while I was editing, I thought, wow, there are so many things I haven't said. And now that I'm sitting here actually with the camera on, I feel like, what was it that I still wanted to add? Yeah, maybe that you should check out my channel and definitely subscribe because this is hilarious. Okay, all right, so in any case, I should tell you what I'm using. That's what I should be doing, because last time I only told you at the end of the video and I was like, who is still watching? You know, who is still watching to find out what I've been using? Okay, so I used the Nocturnal Palette from Glaminatrix. This is my only palette from Glaminatrix. I got this gifted from one of my besties, so I can try a new brand that is amazing. And Glaminatrix is of course based in Australia. So I think they have, though, if I'm not completely wrong, changed their formula. I think this was still from when they were doing their own eyeshadows and now they are doing it in a factory. I'm not 100% sure if I'm now mixing up something. So in case you were, you know, if you know, then please let us all know in the comments. But I think there was a post, and just saying, like, without judgment, like whatever, okay? Just, I don't know what the new formula is if there is a new formula. All right, let me just switch my mirror around so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I should also take off my earrings because I'm probably gonna get foundation on my earrings. Okay. Yeah, I also have the dogs here on the floor, so if you hear something, it's probably them. Okay, sweeties, let us go a little bit more again into this topic, because I also got some really nice comments, you guys commenting back on what you think about this whole new situation that men don't matter anymore, and especially if they're older and white. It's like the end. It's the end of the world. And it was actually so funny because one of you commented that you're also 44 like me and that you're also married to an old white man who is also, I think you said 22 years older. My husband is 21 years older, so we're basically like almost the same, which is like, hi sis, you know, really cool. And some of you even greeted my husband in the comments, which is so sweet. And I actually passed on the greetings, and he was like, why are they greeting me? I said, well, because you're fabulous and you're an old white man and you deserve to be celebrated. Okay, so let us talk a little bit more about this whole subject, though. Because, you know, more than the movie itself, where Snow White is not Snow White anymore, question marks, and the dwarves are not dwarves anymore, question marks. Just saying, okay? Like, I don't know. Okay, but beyond that, it is more really the interviews that Rachel Zegler has given, where she comes across like she's a real spoiled brat. Now, I don't know her. I don't know her, and I don't know anything. Before this, I've never heard of her. I don't know how she is, or like in her private life, she might be the most amazing person, and she just got like in a really bad light now, but I don't know. All right, but so I can only judge from what I'm seeing now in the interviews that she has given, where I just feel like, wow, this is so detached from reality, where I just, like, again, have a lot of question marks. Okay, but you know, the things that she has been saying about the prince being cast for the movie, but he basically does not have a role because he's not wooing, I don't know, does one even use that word anymore? I don't know any other, he's not pursuing Snow White, because he is really like, he has no role in this movie apparently, because Snow White does not need a love story. She does not need to be rescued. She does not need anything really, right? And as far as I have seen, and I'm probably, like, I didn't see everything probably, what has been kind of sneak peeked is that there might be a love story, there might not be a love story, really, who knows? But they made sure that Snow White does not need the love story. Now, I would like to know from you what you feel. Is it such a bad thing to be in love? Is it such a bad thing to have a person next to you that supports you? And I don't know, like, is that such a big thing? Since when did that become an evil feminist thing that you are in love? Now, even being rescued. Listen, if I'm in trouble and that happens, I want to be rescued, for crying out loud. I demand from my husband to rescue me, you know, and that does not make me feel weak in any way, shape, or form. To the contrary, ever since I realized that it is completely okay to not always be the girl boss and to not always try to like hassle and do everything on my own, no matter what price I'll have to pay, because I did that for years and it burned me out like crazy. And I was like, why am I so miserable? Because I was trying to be the girl boss. I was trying to be independent because I had done the marriage and baby thing very, very intensely. Because if you don't know, I had 7 children in 9 years. I was basically not doing anything but being the stay-at-home mommy. And I thought something is really, really wrong with me and I need to step out and I need to be worth something now. Now, this is a bit of a two-edged sword because yes, I do believe that moms, stay-at-home moms, do not get enough recognition for what they are actually doing. Because if they are actually doing a good job, provided that they are actually doing a good job, where's my brush? They should get more recognition because it is the hardest job you'll ever do. To raise children is the kind of the biggest responsibility that you will ever have. And if you do it right, and if you're actually raising human beings that will amount to something, and I'm not saying that they should all be lawyers and doctors, I'm just saying that they will grow up as actually human beings that will add something to humanity instead of just leeching. That is the hardest job you'll ever do, right? So I am exhausted from mothering every single day of my life, okay? So yes, there should be more recognition, and I do not believe that I got enough recognition, definitely. And I think a lot of people can relate to that because that is just, it's, you know, you're just a stay-at-home mom. That is kind of how it is, okay? But does that mean that I needed to now be the girl boss that I wanted to be in that moment, because I kind of went from that part of the spectrum to that part of the spectrum, being extreme in both ways, and extreme is not really the way to go, you know? It's not a very successful long-term solution, I would say. That was not, in that moment I needed it, okay? I needed to kind of step out of this role and prove to myself, not to anyone else, but to myself, that I am something beyond being a wife and a mother. That I'm also just Leorah, you know, just Leorah, just for myself, with my own talents, with my own gifts, and with my own struggles and all of that. But the problem is to think that this is all you are. You know, because no, you're not only the girl boss, you are also still a mom, if you're a mom, you're also still a wife, if you're a wife, or in a relationship or whatever. And that is okay, because why does everything, like, one thing has to exclude the other, and one thing has to make the other thing look bad? Why can we not have it all? And it's kind of so strange, because this whole thing of inclusivity, this whole idea, and I'm not talking about races now, I'm talking about ideas, okay? This whole idea of feminist girl boss, why does that exclude a loving relationship to your partner? Why is it that you have to be mean and degrading to the other sex, or I don't know, for some people maybe the same sex, I don't know, does not make sense to me. And I cannot really explain it, but listen, in one of the videos or the interviews that Rachel Zegler did, she was saying something even like, Snow White doesn't have to be rescued anymore because, as her father told her, she could be the strong and independent and amazing woman or queen or whatever that she is one day going to be. So did she not realize, Rachel, did you not realize that you're basically just basing everything on another man's, old white man's opinion? The father? Like how does this argument even make any sense? If it is so important that she is that amazing, independent, rocking it all on her own queen in the making, why is it all based on what her father said then? Then she should have known it just instinctively that this is what she's going to be. Or, I don't know, some amazing guru woman should have told her. I don't know. There's just so much that doesn't make sense. And it really, I mean, does it bug me to the point of that I'm constantly thinking about it? No. But, when I'm walking with my dogs and stuff, I'm thinking about what I could talk about in my videos. And then that's what I do. Okay, so this is just a thing, and this whole thing of pushing down or putting down males is just something where I think, like, how can you then still be married or in a relationship with someone if you are not taking them seriously anymore, if you are not valuing them? How disgusting and sick is that relationship then? I mean, can we still have strong men? I love to have strong men. And I also have to say that this whole idea of alpha males has been really, really distorted. And I'm actually learning this now with my dogs. Because I see who is the alpha there, and also, and I'm going to talk about that maybe in a different video a little bit more, but that the alpha is, yes, the boss, but also very, very caring, and sometimes on purpose putting at the moment it is actually a female who is the alpha female, but that's gonna change soon. And again, I'm probably gonna talk about this topic in a different video, but she is putting herself sometimes in a lower position for when the dogs are playing and play acting and learning life, gathering life experience with each other and amongst each other. It is the most caring position in the pack when you think about it. But again, this whole pack order is a super fascinating topic, and I just want to say that this whole alpha male kind of a picture when it comes to humans has become so distorted because of all these romance novels where the alpha male is always like the rogue guy who is like super sexed up and super demanding and super this and that and I don't know what. That is actually not what a real alpha is. A real alpha will give his life for the pack or for any pack member. He or she is protective and caring and nurturing and all of that. Also strict and also demanding in different things, but it's also all the other things, So do I want to have such an alpha male in my life? Absolutely. Do I have that in my life? Absolutely. Would I accept anything less than that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I think if I'm just talking about women now because, I don't know. I think if most women are really, really honest in like a darkened room where nobody can see them, I think most women would agree that they do not want to have some kind of soft-boiled egg as a partner. Doesn't mean mean, doesn't mean anything bad. It just means that the man has his own place where he stands and I have to have my own place where I stand, and together we're rocking this. This is how I see it, and this is equality, and for me this is feminism, even though I hate that word. But and I think there are a lot of problems with the whole concept, how it has developed. But the idea of being partners for life or for whatever, it's a beautiful idea. Is it easy? No, it's hard work. And there are a lot of days where I'm hating the work that comes with being married and all of that. But the way I see it, I need to treat my husband like the king he is. Do I always see him as a king? No. Sometimes I think, wow, you're a clown. Sometimes I even tell him, wow, can you just be serious once? You know, because he's a joker, and you know, it's very, very funny. He can also be very, very serious. He's also very, very smart, way out of my league smart. Yeah, but I I sometimes have to decide. And that is a recommendation that I just want to give you if you're struggling with this, to see your spouse in a good light, okay? Because it's not always possible, right? Just as much as our spouse or my spouse does not always see me in a good light, because I have very bad days too. Do I still want him to see me as the queen? Absolutely. Okay, so sometimes we have to remind ourselves, yes, he is the king, or yes, she is the queen, because if we start to treat our spouse or then potential spouses or whatever like beggars or like clowns or like worth nothing, then eventually we are going... They're hitting some tiles right now outside. Eventually we will be married or going out with someone who is a beggar. I want to go out with the king. I want to be married to the king. I am worth that, you know? So that's why I am deciding to treat my husband like that. Most of the time, because I'm not perfect. But, and again, I demand the same thing from my husband because I deserve that, you know? I deserve it. Just for being with him, I deserve that. Not even because I am that spectacular or I'm doing that much or I don't know, you know, I'm rocking his life or do what he wants. Not at all. So, I don't know. You let me know what you think. All right, so I think I should just blend a tiny little bit more over this one edge with that palette. Let me just find the brush. I never find the right brush when I'm talking to you guys. This is not fair. There you are. Okay, sweeties, I think because here I do have some black here and here, and I just want to blend that out a little bit, and I was waiting actually, of course, because I was still putting on my foundation. So I think I'm going to go into a tiny little bit of this shade. This is like a shifty blue. It shifts a little bit towards a purple, I want to say. And I'm just, wait, I need to flip my mirror around so it's a little bit, it looks like I'm closer because my eyesight is not like super great. Okay, so that is basically all I still have to do, and then of course I'm going to show you the finished look. I think this time I'm going to just apply my lipstick later because, you know, to come back later just to show you the finished look together with the lipstick doesn't make much sense, right? So you can just imagine some kind of random lip gloss applied and let's call it a day. Okay, sweeties, I think that is basically what it is. I am still going to, of course, then off camera also apply some mascara on my lower lash line. Yeah, but this is basically the finished look. Wait, I'm going to quickly put on some setting spray. My favorite setting spray of all times. And then I am going to zoom you in so you can see the look a little bit from close up. By the time you're seeing this this look, and also one more look, at least one more look that I have done previously with this palette, will be already live on my Instagram and of course Facebook. So that is the look. And how did I like the performance? I have to say it's a nice formula. It's not my favorite though. I have formulas that I prefer. Do I still feel like this is a good solid formula? Yes. it is, but it's not my favorite, which means nothing because we're all different, okay? And it could also be different if I am using a different base or whatever. It's a very good solid formula, but I have things or brands that I do prefer, definitely. Okay, so this is the look. Let me know what you think. More thoughts about this topic. Also, of course, if there are any topics that you would like me to talk about, leave it in the comments or contact me, of course, on social media. Send me a DM and let me know, because then I consider talking about it in one of my next videos. And beyond that, yeah, I'm just sending you super, super big hugs. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out, of course, the link to my link tree down in the comment section, which leads you to all my social media and also to my fundraiser in case you want to consider supporting me becoming a professional dog trainer and working with rescue dogs. I would love for you to check it out. We have raised, by now, when I'm filming this, we have raised $600 out of the $2,200. So I'll still need some help. Still need some help, but we shall figure it out. And yeah, I shall see you here next time for my next video. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.